Hello friends, this is Rajdeep. Welcome to Learning Insight for UGC-NET-JRF Social Work Paper 2. डिस्कस करेंगे Paper 2 September 2013 with best explanation, and this is our video number 7B in the previous year sections. So if you have not watched my previous videos, then please watch these videos. Go to my playlist, you will get all these videos. And if you are new in my channel, then please do subscribe and do like and share as well. So let's start. Match the items, so methods with their techniques. So social case work is matched with person, situation, configurations, and social group work is matching with norming and storming. Norming and storming are the stage of social group work. We know that forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning, these are stages of group work. Now community organization is something related to funneling, and social action that is related to gherao. So this will be your sequence. Now next question, which one of the following is not a treatment group? So यहाँ पे दिया गया कौन सा treatment group नहीं है. We know that study team is not a treatment group because treatment group are basically 5 purposes served by its group: the purpose of support group, education group, growth group, therapeutic groups, and socialization group. So growth groups, socialization group, and education groups are the part of treatment group, but study team is not a treatment group. Now next question, Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act was enacted in the year 1986. So in the Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act 1986, an act to prohibit indecent representation of women through advertisement, in publication, writing, painting, figures, or any other manners and for matters connected therewith. That means indecent representation of women ये प्रोहिबिट किया गया था इस एक्ट के द्वारा, and it's through the, if we represent the women indecently through the advertisement or publication or writing or painting or figure, any matters related with, so this act will prohibit this action. So next question, which one of the following governance mechanism is the highest body for policy formulation in NGOs? So we know that general body is the highest governance mechanism. Next question, that author with their methods and approach. So the author who have worked or developed the methods or approaches, we have to match it. That Octavia Hills, he is associated with housing reforms. M.G. Ross associated with community organization. H.H. Perlman associated with problem solving process, and G. Kanapka is associated with social group work. Now objectively in research means the willingness and ability to examine evidence dispassionately is called the sine qua non of the scientific method. Now objectivity is something that means the willingness and ability to examine evidence dispassionately. It is the first condition of research. Objectivity means basing conclusion on facts without any bias and value judgment. That means finding something objectively, that means you have to go through the evidence or through examinations and without any value judgment and biasness. Now next question, in participatory development, people participation is only a means, not an end to development, and people participation is now thought by many to be the prerequisite for sustainable development. Means people participation अभी बहुत important है for any development that is concerned for sustainable development. So without people participation, sustainable development is not possible. So participation or participatory development is only a means, not an end to development. Now next question, if the client persists in verbal attacks, the technique is used is called fogging, and fogging is a great technique for when you are suddenly verbally attacked. So it's something related to verbally attacked, and often verbal attacks are sudden, and because the other person have to be build up a head of streams before having the courage to say something to you. So fogging something if the client persists in verbal attacks, then the technique is called fogging. Now next question, power is gained whereas authority is wasted. Now next question, the point where two axes intersect is known as origin, because the horizontal axis in the coordinate plane is called x-axis and the vertical axis is called y-axis. Remember, horizontal axis is related to x-axis and vertical axis is related to y-axis. Now the point at which the two axes intersect is called origin. Now y and x is intersect and that point is called origin. So point where two axes intersect is known as origin. Now next question, the value that is repeated most often in data set is known as mode, because mode is something known as the number that is most repeating in a number series. That means the mode is the number that appears most frequently in your data set. Now next question, who among the following said that justice is crucial to understand human rights? That was said by John Rowell, and he said that justice is important to understand human behavior. Now next question, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was adopted. So UDHR was adopted in the year 1948 and the UDHR of which was adopted by the Union General Assembly on 10 December 1948. So it was adopted by the General Assembly on 10 December 1948 and was the result of experience of the Second World War. So it was the result, UDHR is the result of Second World War. Now next assertion, maintaining case file is an important duty of a psychiatric social workers. Okay, it's true, and case files are important source of data collection in mental health research. So this duty of psychiatric social worker and research is something not matching. So we'll go with A is true. Yes, definitely is true, and R is not correct explanation of A, because it's something about talking about data collection and research is research and it's talking about psychiatric social worker. So these are not explained reasons of one another. So we'll go with answer option B. Now next question, human rights managers have to be good human being. Yes, because human resource manager should have a good human being. वो तो ठीक है, but human values and ethics should be essential part of management education. Yes, without if any education, values and ethics should be essential even in social worker. So it's an important part of human resource management also and management education also. So we'll go with answer B, that is A is correct and R is the correct explanation of A. Now next question, when professional social worker ingrains itself in a practice modes, it can reduce the enormity of social problem in a given society. Yes, very true. And unless professional social work develop competence and convictions, they cannot address complex social problem. Yes, because अगर आप सोशल स्किल्स एंड थ्योरीज आप डेवलप नहीं कर पाते या कंपिटेंस नहीं है, कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है, देन यू कैन नॉट डील विद द कॉम्प्लेक्स सोशल context or social issues. So we'll go with answer C, that is both are true. Now next question, a set of guidelines that gives directions to action by an organization and or government is called social policy. And social policy is policy usually within a governmental or political setting such as a welfare state and study of social services. Social policy consists of guidelines, principles, legislation, activities that affect the living condition conducive to human welfare such as person's quality of life. So social policy is something related is known as guideline and principles, legislation, activities, and which is something that is should improve the living condition of human and it should क्या करे, it should improve our quality of life. And remember, the social policy is something related with welfare state and it's deal with the directive principle of state policy. So next question, now hydrophobia, that is related to fear of water. Hydro, that is related to with water. Nyctophobia, that is related to darkness. Nycto, that is related with darkness. Acrophobia, acro related with heights, so the fear of heights. Pyrophobia, pyro related with fire, so it's related to fire, fear of fire. So this will be a sequence. Next question, drug abuse has been on the increase. Yes, because now most of the young youngsters are using the drugs and The control of family and intergenerational communication is declining. Yes, nowadays joint families are very lacking, and even the communication between the families are also declining because of the so-called new generations mobile and internet. So this both are correct. Yes, we'll go with answer D, because it's saying that A is true and R is the correct explanation of A. Because we will not go with C because it's saying that it is not correct explanation of A, but D is saying that A is true and R is the correct explanation of A. So we'll go with this one. Now next question, the F test is, so F test is the parametric test. So what is the F test? F test is designed to test if two population variants are equal. It does this by comparing the ratio of two variants. So if the variants are equal, the ratio of the variance will be 1. All hypothesis testing is done under the assumption the null hypothesis is true. Now what is parametric test? Parametric tests are those that make assumption about the parameters of the population distribution from which the sample is drawn. This is often the assumption that population data are normally distributed. So parametric test is something related with the assumption that the population data are normally distributed. But in non-parametric test, the are distribution free and such as can be used non-normal variables. So it is can be used for non-normal variables. So this is all about, and I hope you likes my video, and if yes, then please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for watching.